The reason why CEOs are so easy to talk to is they just want to win. And they understand that it's all about people. It's all about teamwork. And the best ones understand that it's not about what you say, it's what questions you ask. And having the ability to listen carefully enough to recognize which was the big idea and how do you immediately get energy around that idea and galvanize a team around the idea so the team can change the game for the customer and deliver the market opportunity.
How do you decide what's a good idea? Now you see a lot of customers, so
Yeah.
so that must drive something. But when do you hear something and go, actually, yeah, that could be big?
I always try to think about the CEOs that we serve, the ones that have, very substantial companies that they're trying to run so they can take care of their team, their customers, so they can achieve their step function improvement and productivity. So I always try to put myself in their shoes. Then I try to personalize it by the industry, because every industry is a little bit different. Where is this industry at in its evolution of digital transformation? Are there industry best practices in other industries that can be applied to a new industry? Try to think about the persona. It's not just the CEO, but it's all the executives at the C-suite that have different ideas, different objectives.
So when you go and you meet all these different customers, has everyone got a very specific innovation requirement? Do you have to get specific solutions just in the area of innovation for each of those type of customers?
Well, the one thing they all have in common, they know that they have to have great customer relationships. And there are many different routes to market, different engagement models, different ways of caring for the customer, a different way of servicing the customer based on the industry that they're in. If you're in a manufacturing company and you have products, you might have field service personnel traveling around to fix them. If you're in a retail company, you're very concerned with the right product at the right place at the right price, and you have to configure all of this, and everything has gone digital and it's completely online to the extent it can be. Otherwise, you have to rely on wholesalers or retailers, and you have to, spread the profits out. But all companies have a fierce sense of acquiring customers, keeping them happy and loyal, because that's how the business model works.
How do we get everyone who's watching this to drive a level of innovation that's a cultural level across the whole company?
The most powerful part of a great company is its culture. And I think this idea of keeping a culture really hungry, no matter the size of the company, and truly humble. And a humble culture has enormous empathy. And to me, empathy starts with listening and feeling the pain or the opportunity in someone else's world, and truly, deeply understanding what that means. And then bringing the smartest people to bear around a problem or an opportunity, and work hand in glove with the customer on where they're trying to go. And that's where it all begins and ends for me, is really never forgetting that in the end, the customer and the customer alone determines whether we win or we lose, and building that into the culture where it's not words, it's a philosophy, it's a purpose, it's a movement.
For some companies, it's about being faster. For some companies, it's about being cheaper. For some companies, it's just about being better. I mean, that was what surprised me with the military. I said, "What do you do any ROI studies?" And they were like, "We don't worry about ROI. It just needs to make us better than everyone else."
Yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, in some cases, it's about the product, right? How do I build the ultimate product? How do I get everything to market faster? How do I get the right product to the right place at the right time? I mean, these are the industry issues. And ultimately, with digital transformation, how do I completely rethink the business model itself? Because the business model that got you from there to here won't get you from here to there. And this is what we do.
There's always people who are looking after customers, people who are looking after operations, people who are looking after employees, no matter what type of company you're in. That's the beauty of having a platform. That's the amazing capability to do just what you said, go where the customer wants to go, we've got the flexibility to build anything, to go anywhere, and that's what innovation is all about.
Our whole challenge is to get these ideas into the boardroom and to help the technology innovators get the ideas into the minds of the business people. So as they create their dreams and their businesses and their future business models, we're helping them through the innovation cycle, and we're iterating with them. Design thinking, innovation, prototyping solutions, getting them ready and testing them for the market, and then seeing how they work.
So you're on a load of boards. Is it the same when you're on a board? I mean, do you actually have any input into innovation, or are you just like looking at guardrails?
The way I try to think about our board is everybody is best in class in their area of expertise. And that's why you should always be seeking their counsel and their insight, because you can learn, you can get better, and you can help your company see things differently. The most powerful thing a leader can do is change minds. And the only way you can change minds is if you have the best idea. No one person has the best idea. The idea comes from teamwork. That's what makes the dream work.